writing this story of me and you. Words can't explain what's really the truth. I'm you and you me. Picture perfect love, fantasy of falling.
I am here with the stellar artist, the queen, Miss Terisa Griffin. Miss Griffin is singer, songwriter, producer, one woman show. That's what I mean. She's done it all. She's a woman that wears many hats, master of them all. So we're gonna lead with that. So, Teresa, can you give us a little background about yourself?
Yes, I am a mature, wonderful Black woman,
Period.
period, who has been in this industry long enough to say, get out of here. Uh,
Okay.
don't play with me. No, she can't sing. No, that's autocorrect. Uh, yes, these thick Black women over here can sing. No, I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
But basically, I am from the South who migrated to the Midwest. The other South, which is Illinois. And I came here from Monroe, Louisiana, and it's just been the most wonderful, beautiful. Oh my God, the experience has been infinitesimal in opportunities, and I took advantage of everyone that I possibly could.
I
And
love
that's
it.
that's me.
In a good way. She don't mean it in a bad way.
Oh
She mean
God,
it
no.
in a good
Only in a
way.
good way. I believe in karma.
Hmm.
And I do believe that you need to be fair with people,
Period.
that you need to love one another, that we're actually put here on this earth to take care of one another, not to take advantage of one another.
That's right.
So that's the reason why I have a charity, and I've been giving kids Foot Lockers to go off to college for 19 years. The Pep Rally for Education. I didn't have any kids, so I had to make up for it, Jesus, with helping somebody else's kids. And that's probably been my Grammy in life. My Oscar is being able to help kids go off to college. And other than that, it's been nothing but creating music and being an entertainer and living happily.
Mhm.
Uh, there are times that you wish, that things were much bigger, but then with bigger comes bigger problems. And, I've learned to appreciate my stellar career. And my husband's like, you should be on Unsung. I said, I'm not Unsung. I sing all the time. So,
Okay.
so I don't want to be on there. I don't have a tragic story. Only thing that's probably tragic about my story is the minute I saw it wasn't right, I ran the other way. Or just that the world may not know my name, but that's probably the way God intended it. Some of the world will know it, but I couldn't live in a bubble, where I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything. I want to be like Jamie Curtis and Bette Midler and some of those actresses and singers um, who can walk in the airport and nobody bother them for the most part.
Right, right.
Um, or when they bother, I think Bette Midler might get a little bothered, but but they all stop. They all talk to you. That Stella group, that Gladys Knight, hey baby, come on, get this picture. It's okay. I want to be that always. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that.
I love that. I love this for us. So you're queening. That's what you're doing. You're a real live diva in the flesh who didn't let your talents get to your head because you're still super duper humble. Like that humanity is crazy and is radiating all over you right now. So like when you ask me, do you is my hair bothering you? I'm like, girl, do you not see my hair? Are you what type of time are you on? But that's that humility where you think of others before you think of yourself. And that's hard coming from an artist, especially someone who's been around longer than you have.
Yeah, it's what's humbling. The other day I was looking through Facebook and somebody was dogging Ashanti
Mm,
about the fact that her tickets didn't sell. I was like, do you all understand how hard it is to be the it girl?
right.
And somebody brings you in and say, "Hey, here's a stadium and you need to fill up this 3,500, 5,000 seater." And you just had a baby, you got all this life that's been lifing, and then somebody's like, "Oh yeah, her boyfriend mess." I'm like, "Do you all understand that that's huge?"
Right.
Getting people to always buy into you
Mm,
everywhere, that's huge. And that's nothing to scoff at. That's nothing to say, well, her ticket sales were low. Well, maybe in a smaller venue, they wouldn't have been.
right, right, right.
But life is life, and she's older and
Right.
she's drawing a different group of people. This is not the kids that want to stand up in heels no more.
Okay.
I say only Mary J. Blige and Beyonce got folks coming in cowboy boots and and superhero clothes and
Okay.
uncomfortable. I'm like, they feet hurt. Their
Right.
feet hurt.
They feed her.
Their feet hurt. Watch them go to the car. Y'all laughing at Mary because somebody showed her hobbling after she done got all set. But y'all stop laughing because her feet hurt. Y'all feet hurt. And you just came to a concert. You didn't have to walk around the stage and dance and do all of that. And these people are trying to keep that audience. But the truth of the matter is that audience is getting older and they want this shoe right here to go. They want this Kurt Geigler shoe to go in a concert and stand up in because they don't stand up like that anymore.
I'm
We sit
telling you.
down. If you want to sit down, come to my concert. You want to sit down, you want to get up for 10, 15 minutes and dance and then sit back down, my concert is the one you go to because I can do house music and stand on my feet for an hour and do that. I can do bump to bump to bump, but I'm gonna jump out them shoes. I'm gonna shout hallelujah. I
Right,
don't know if
right,
you'll do that in your seat. So yeah, we need to be conscious about our audience getting older and what it is that they want to hear now.
right.
So my hat is off to Ashanti because after a baby, they probably wouldn't have seen me for a year or two.
Okay. Oh,
But when I got bills to pay, okay, or two or three, because I have to wait till they get out of diapers and stuff because I got to have my nerves break down and all this other stuff. You just tore my body up.
postpartum is a fool. So,
Okay. I done carried you for 9 months and I got to go back to work.
right, right,
Month.
right.
And I
No,
got to go back to work. That's a long thing, to go through. And then your body's still crying. It's want the baby to come suck and want this and want that. It's mad. It's don't understand what you done did. You done got me out of shape, my tummy, the this. It's a lot going on. They sell women short. And then we got to go back in the office and solve somebody's problems. Go to hell.
okay, period. Go there, stay there, live there. So you are classically trained, but more importantly, in acoustics. What does that even mean?
Um, More importantly, acoustically, I can walk on the stage with just a piano. I
Okay,
can walk on the stage with just a guitar. I don't need a lot because God blessed me with a voice.
that's right.
And so I do enjoy acoustic sets, more so than a bunch of stuff plugged in. If you send me out there with a piano player, I could do a whole show. I could stand there and sing for an hour. I can pull them all out, and it's going to be okay. And I believe that with my audience, they'll enjoy it because I'm going to concentrate on what it is that they want to hear. That may not always necessarily be something that you wrote. It might not be your catalog when you're standing there with that piano. I can sing Sarah Vaughan songs. I can sing Ella Fitzgerald songs. I can sing Dionne Warwick songs. I can sing Aretha Franklin songs. And all I needed was a piano,
Uh,
acoustic.
you have this Phyllis Hyman and Billie Holiday vibe. Like you are extraordinarily talented, soulful, but then it goes in between jazz, blue, and blues. So with that said, how do you stay in the now? You know what I'm saying? R&B has changed so much.
Let it go
Uh,
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Let it go ahead.
you're still singing authentically, but it sounds so good. So how do you stay in your lane, but without trying to do what's going on right now?
I don't know if I've ever been a right now girl.
Hmm.
I've always tried to make sure that the song that I'm singing, I can sing it from my heart so that I can touch my audience. Um, it's difficult to be trendy,
Right.
and I'm not trendy. I can only do what my voice allows me to do, and I can only sing what gives me true joy. And so I'm lost when it comes to hip hop. I get it in some ways. I love it in other ways, but do I need to sing it? Do I need to try to be that artist? I'd be doing myself a disservice. Let it go when it feels so good that I'm getting away from you. I could learn it, I could do it, but is that something that I could do every night unapologetically? No. And I know somebody musically did something to something that was R&B
Hmm.
and and made this so that somebody else hearing it would say, "Yeah, that's cool."
Right.
But it doesn't change that it's R&B dressed up to me.
Right. Right.
You can dress it up and whatever and put whatever backbeat you want on it. It's not going to change that you are still singing rhythm and blues. And I know what music is, and I know what a sample is, and I know that if that music was irrelevant, um, they wouldn't be sampling it.
Facts.
So why should I try to be something else? As a producer, I've become smart enough to say, "Hey, can you change the sound of this drum to make it less drum to somebody who's not trained to hear it?"
Right.
That they say, "Oh yeah, this is current." I've learned that there's ways to manipulate things like that as a producer. But at the end of the day, my song is going to start off what it is and it's going to end what it is. I've just learned to make it more attractive to someone's ear. But I'm
Right.
still that R&B. I'm still that jazz. I'm still that house music. I'm still that. I'm soulful, and you cannot delete my soul.
Period. You're still that girl. How about that?
Never.
Now, tell us about one of your manifestations that you brought to life, your answered prayer that you're living in.
Oh my gosh. So I'm a vision book person, and I carry my vision book with me a lot, and I cut out magazines all the time, or I hear a saying and I write it. So I realized how strong manifestation was. I wish I had my wedding ring on. I washed my hands before I came down here, but I had in my vision book a picture of the wedding ring that I wanted, and ended up getting that wedding ring. And then I did the same thing with my organization 19 years ago when I started really I started vision book doing vision books about 22 years ago. And I wrote down I want to start a not-for-profit. I want to give kids foot lockers to go off to college. Got up one day, summertime, and I'm like, oh, I got 2 months. I can make this happen. Want to give some foot lockers to some kids going off to college. Talked to the club that I was literally dealing with, and had a residency at in Chicago called Green Dolphin. They gave me the place. I ordered food, and different fans helped pay for it. And there it was, speaking it and doing it. But the biggest one was when I was sitting in my home here that my husband gave me for my wedding gift. And I looked I was going through my book, and I saw a half circle window with pillows in the
Uh-huh.
book. And I looked around to the left of me and saw the half circle window with the pillows
Um,
around it. And I said, this works. This works. And I didn't realize. I knew I was doing it for a reason, but I saw it. I started really looking at all of the things that I had manifested. And the biggest one had been my career.
I love that. Now, one thing that you said that as an artist, you have the responsibility with your music to penetrate people right. Explain what you mean by that.
We have a huge responsibility as musicians to penetrate the world correctly. To when you penetrate something, you're inserting yourself into it.
Mhm.
And as we insert ourselves as artists into the world, what are we truly saying? What are we doing? When I walk on stage and I sing what I choose to sing, how I choose to sing it, it's going to penetrate someone. Do I want to penetrate them with negative, nasty? Um, do I want it to be a heavy night? Do I want to bring somebody down? Is that how I want to penetrate them? Or do I want to have them lifted, inspired, take them to a place, where they can forget their problems for a while? Do I want to give them hope? As a musician, I say compare yourself to Lucifer and God.
Wow.
Do we need to throw out half, two-thirds, three-quarters of the heavenly choir, or do we want to have all of them retained in goodness? And that is the way I've thought of myself as a musician and as a singer and as a songwriter and
God
as a
won't
singer.
finish your work until it's good. So what you're doing is you're not done yet. It's I don't know how good it can get with you. Um, you have two concerts coming up. Can you tell us about that? Well, you have a few, but the most recent.
Yeah, August is my birth month. And I am literally trying to make sure that I celebrate. I was one of those people who didn't celebrate themselves. When you grow up and you at church more than you are anywhere else, birthdays are like not even secondary, they like fourth,
Right, right.
and you alive, aren't you? God gave you breath, and I was like, I need to, I need to start celebrating myself. And so City Winery in Chicago and City Winery in Atlanta are the two places that I chose to try to make this happen. In Chicago, August 23rd at City Winery. I love the city wineries because I like them. I can't say I love them, but I really like them because as an artist, it's good to have a venue that says, "Hey, you can come here and do your craft." And and all of us get paid off of what we sell.
Right.
And that's great, because I think as an artist also, you also start to see how you need to push things. You have a greater appreciation for producers and promoters, when you're doing this because you kind of got to self promote. They're promoting, but you got to self promote as well. So, um, City Winery is allowing me to do my lounge because I'm lounging at this age, seasoned. I wear pajamas every day. I'm not gonna lie. I have on pajamas now. I'm always in pajamas and kimonos. I travel in them. Uh, I can be way now. I will have, my outfit on stage. I will have my lounge outfit on, but it will be more like my video lounge outfit than my normal lounge outfit. But I have some fabulous lounging outfits, and I'm encouraging my fans to come and lounge and be grown with me. I'm going to come out early. I'm going to hang with them, meet and greet. Ain't no come, I'm going to charge you $50 to come meet and greet. No, I'm coming to hang with my fans beforehand so we can meet and greet and have photos, and then I'll do the concert afterwards, and we will be grown together.
Okay. Period. That doesn't look like a night set. I'll tell you that. Very
Thank
elegant.
you. Even that's a nice set. So I'm gonna be feathered down, girl. I'm gonna have it all.
Oh, somebody
I'm
said they got
gonna have
something
it
planned.
all.
Period. Now, you you are rooted in authenticity. So
Even
that
my
must,
background
I'm
singers,
sorry.
yes.
Oh, so that must mean that you write what you live.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
So tell us about the song Whenever You're Around Me and what
Mm.
was the music behind that spellbinding tune?
when you're around me is it's about my husband. It's the best way for me to I fell in love with a
Period.
real man. And I remember first holding his hand. When I first met him, he held my hand with the other hand. He put my hand in between his hands. And I was like, "Oh my God." And he has soft hands too. And I was like, "Do he work?" Of course, they were telling me, he found 100 black men. He's in Chicago, and he's this IP attorney. He's trademark and corporate. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, his hands are soft. That's all.
Okay.
And I love the way my hands felt in between his. And we kept seeing each other every 4 years. Every 4 years, we kept saying hi. And then he asked me out. And all I can say is, as long as it took me to get dressed in a pair of pajamas, the movie had already started by the time I got to where he was. So we went to his house and I fell asleep on his, I have horrible time sleeping. I fell asleep on his chest. And I knew I was in love because I can't sleep. So I was like, his heartbeat put me to sleep. And I almost lost that with COVID. And when he finally started getting up and walking around again after having, the worst, like we had the worst bout. Everybody kept saying, you need to take him to the hospital. He needs to go on a respirator. And I was like, no, the God I serve is not going to make me do that. We're not doing that. And to have him walking around the house and he brushed up against me, and I was like, oh, I fall in love with you every time you're around me. And that was the title of the song.
I love it. It's a beautiful song. It's one of those quiet storm songs. It's very sensual for
Thank
sure. So I'm like, no, she couldn't fake this. This had to be serious. And it was
you.
somebody.
Serious. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Okay. Now, this is a little deep, but it depends on how you feel about the question. In an interview, you said that the late Whitney Houston, God bless her, her beautiful vocals, she was connected to her trauma. Now, as for you, you are deeply involved in self care, women loving on themselves, or just in general, even children, teenagers, like you said. How do you stay grounded as an artist, as a woman, as a human, so that you don't let the hard days get to you?
Oh, and that's so hard. Can I just say that right now I have a garden in the back, and every morning I go out there. I look at my tomatoes growing. It's hard for me in the winter. I have winter depression. We actually have a garden on my back porch because I need to bring that greenery in. Sometimes when I'm live from my back porch, people see, they're like, where you at? In the wintertime, they're like, she's in Chicago because my back porch is so green, with plants, and I have an upward garden in my kitchen. So literally, I stay grounded by knowing that what I grow at some point may be all I can eat with the world that we're in. Uh,
Hmm.
and that's a scary thought that what you grow is all you can eat. Um, if you can't grow anything, how important are you
Right,
in this world? I had to keep it real. Every one of us is going to leave this world at some point.
right,
So my who I am is not greater than the next person.
period.
And this business, when things are booming, they can make you think you are so many things. And I am not saying that Whitney Houston wasn't grounded. I think that the problem were the people around her who didn't realize how grounded she was.
Right,
She just didn't need all of that, but she did need somebody to love her, love her. When you're tired, say rest.
right, right,
Not say, oh, you got another date. My husband, he'll say, Teresa, have you rested? Do you need some sleep? I think you need to rest. I got this date. Yeah, but go to sleep. Just get some rest. And when you don't have people around you who love you enough to let you do that, to
right,
demand that you do that, who demand that you walk outside somewhere with your shoes off.
Right, right, right.
The ground. I have to do all of those things and I stay there because I know that I am momentary in somebody else's life. I'm not their priority. My career is not their priority. And God didn't make me any greater than anyone else, but he expects greatness out of me. So I keep that grounding. I keep God first. Um, and are there times that I fall from grace? Absolutely. Absolutely. There are times that I'm, like I said, depressed. But I remind myself that I'm just like the next woman
Right.
and call up some of my sister girls, and say, how you doing? What can I do for you? I keep it real all day long, as much as I can, because being in this business is a farce and it's not, you can't believe the hype. You cannot. No matter how great you are, you can't believe the hype because when God blessed me with my voice, he didn't stop blessing somebody else with theirs. I know singers who can sing rings around me, but this is mine. And I will rejoice in it. I will be glad in it, and I will do my best to take care of it.
That I love that answer. So it's not hard to tell that this is both spiritual and purposeful for you. I was going to ask either or, but I know it's both for you.
Both, both, always, always. I want when I see God, I am claiming it. I am claiming that one day I will see him, and I want him to say, "Hey, Teresa, I gave you a few talents. You used all of them. Come on in here and get some more." Or do whatever he says. If he say, "Hey, I'm gonna send you back so you can go do some more stuff," whatever God decides, because none of us know. I
Hmm.
just want him to be pleased. And I don't think that any of us need to leave this world worse than how it was and when we came in it. And we should be mindful of what we put out there.
Right, right. I like when you said sometimes you fall from grace, and I think that is the most humane thing that anyone can say, that we nobody's perfect, like you
Oh
said.
God, yeah. And I disappoint myself. I'm like, you could have done better.
Hmm. Hmm.
How can, if you can't fix it, how can you do better the next time?
Okay. Listen, I'm working on it today.
And be ready to say, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, that's I did that today. You should be proud of me, Teresa.
'Cause
I
I
did.
am because, none of us want to be wrong, but we will
Right,
be, but we can be. And it doesn't have to be intentional. It's just, you just not right that time.
right, right,
So
right,
be able to say, I'm sorry. How can I get it right? I can't relive that moment. Hopefully I didn't do too much damage when got it wrong, but can I fix it? If I
right.
can, I'm sorry. I really
Loud and wrong. Lord. Now, Teresa, before this because I'm El Cheapo, before my video runs out, can you tell us if you have any more upcoming projects and any new thing that you got going on, movie scores, whatever's special to you?
Gosh, I have a lot going on. I'm producing a thing for December I've got a lot of shows in between now and then, but I'm producing a show with my sisters for December. We will once again hit the stage together. I am extremely proud of the fact that I'm working on that. But the biggest thing that I'm working on right now is I've started a new project because you got to keep going. And I'll just say that I have some great collaborations coming up with this new project. And if I give the idea away, somebody might grab it. So, but I'll say I have a great collaborative project coming up that I'm working on. It's probably going to take me 2 years to finish it. But in the interim, we will be dropping more songs. I'm going to be doing Stevie Wonder's Soul Fest out in LA in October. Probably I'm so excited about that. So anybody wants to go to Stevie Wonder Soul Fest October, I think it's the 16th between the 18th. I will be there doing that. But in the meantime, I just want, if they can, just stop by City Winery in Atlanta and Chicago and meet me and become a part of my family. my fan grown family. And I promise you, I will always do my best to keep you entertained and happy.
I can vouch for her. I've heard all the songs, well, not all of them, but as many as I could listen to. And your vocals are astounding as someone who's 70s baby, grew up where an R&B was rich. Your vocals are rich. Your songs are your storytelling is rich. So we want to make sure that the people get out there to see you, to experience it, because it's a whole world that know who you are, like you said, and we want them to know who you are. So, can you leave our viewers with your website information and where to download your music?
Well, please go to terisagriffin.com. That's Terisagriffin. I did say Terisa. And, yeah. And go there.com. All of my social media is there, but my social media is also my name, except for Instagram. They put an underscore in between it because I'm not buying my name back. But go to that. Just go to the website and you can tap on any of those. Teresa TV, even YouTube, all of that. I'm the same. I'm consistent, even TikTok.
Period. And that's the voice. So we didn't even get to tap into that, but next time, there's always a next time. So thank you so much, Teresa. I enjoyed you and I enjoyed our girl time together.
I loved ours, and your dimples are amazing.
Thank you. I get them from my mama.
Writing this story of me and you. Words can't explain what's really the truth.